What's going on? What's going on? It's Lady Dre, and welcome to Healing Session. Hope that you're having an amazing, abundant, prosperous, loving, fulfilling, masterful, purposeful, harmonious day. I hope this message finds you well. Okay, so listen, we made it to December. We made it to the end of December, and I'm so appreciative of your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions. It's very much appreciated. And I look forward to us spending some more time in 2025, getting to know each other, spending some more time with each other, and really just being an inspiration and motivation to one another. So I look forward to seeing you on the journey in 2025. Okay, with that being said, December has been an amazing month, and I'm grateful to have been able to share some things with you that I've, witnessed along my healing journey. And I hope that it's been able to help you and inspire you and encourage you to continue on your healing journey. And so, if you watch some of my older videos, you know that 2024 has been like, yeah, it's been crazy. I'm not even going to hold you. Like, it's been crazy. It's starting from the beginning of January. It was a lot. It was a lot. And, I didn't know how I was going to make it to December, let alone like make it through the year. And it's interesting because I've learned a lot, not only about myself, but about my journey. And really, there were some things that I still needed to learn and still needed to grow from, and still need to be able to just be able to understand how things work and how things operate and how things move. And it was a lot. And, there was a lot of ups. There was a lot of downs. And there was moments where I didn't know. I didn't know. And, if you've seen my previous videos, especially over the last year, there have been times where you see me happy, you've seen me a little bit sad, but overall, it was just more of a space to understand that, the healing journey is very intricate. There's going to be moments where, you get it. You have those moments of clarity. You have those moments of understanding, but then you also will have those moments of doubt. You have those moments of realizations. You have those moments of really having to make those better choices for yourself, right? And so that was every bit of 2024 for me. Like I said in a previous video, like 2024 has been a combination of the things that I have learned over the last 15 years. Like, I went through all that, was tested through all that in 2024. Like, it was one of my hardest years that I've had in a very long time. Whether it was, finances, whether it was relationships, even a relationship with myself, it was difficult because I thought up until this point that I knew so much, right? And not so much as in like, oh, I know everything, not like that, but I take this healing journey very seriously. And so for me to be tested back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, I was like, wait a minute, this is not no Drake CD. Like, hold on, what's going on, God? Like, you know what I'm saying? Help a sister out, because it was a lot. It was a lot. And there were times where I was just like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm done. Like, whatever you want from me, I can't give it to you. Whatever it is that you're trying to prove to me, I can't prove it. Like, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was being tested around the clock, and it was interesting because it was things that that I feel like I've mastered throughout the years, but it was moments where it was the people closest to me, and even with myself, you know what I'm saying, and treating myself better and doing better for myself, and not being so quick to, again, try to save someone else, And so even just as recently as my birthday, a couple days before my birthday, I was feeling away, and I was just like, why am I feeling away? I was feeling really sad. I was like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna be transparent with you, I was feeling sad, and I was just like, yeah, you know, nobody's going to show up for my birthday. I'm not going to do this for my birthday. And really just kind of being in a pity party. And low-key, it was making me upset, because I'm like, first of all, where's this coming from? Why are you feeling all sad? You know what I'm saying? At your big age, like, you can do for yourself. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, depend on nobody to show up for you or do something for you. And so I was like, I was feeling away. Like, I was legit upset, because I'm like, why are you feeling that way? You know what I'm saying? And I will go back into this little mode of, like, you know, again, just feeling sorry and feeling bad. And I was like, so when I start feeling like that, I'm immediately like questioning, like, okay, what's going on? Because for me, those are my triggers for me to heal areas in my life that I need to be able to focus on, you know, and to just kind of reflect and say, okay, well, what's going on? Why are you feeling that way? And so, like, it was just really, it was unusual for me. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't feel down or feel sad, but it was a sadness there where it was just kind of like, oh, here we go again type deal, you know? And so I was just questioning, like, okay, well, you know, Dre, why are you feeling this way? What's going on? Like, you know, you have so much to be grateful for. You have, you know, your life, your health, you know, like, what's going on, you know? And so, then it came to me, you know, like I said, my birthday is December 23rd. And so, you know, as a child, of course, my birthday is right around Christmas, you know, 2 days before Christmas. And, you know, even while I was a school ager, you know, school's already out, you know, so it's not like you can celebrate your birthday at school. And then typically, you know, people are with their families, you know, or they're traveling or things like that. So over the years, it's always just kind of been like, people are just too busy to celebrate me, right? And this is as a child. And so, of course, you know, not realizing as my older self that played a part in my own wounding, right? That played a part in my own unworthiness, you know, because it's like, okay, well, if your family's too busy to spend time with you and celebrate you for your birthday, your friends are too busy to celebrate and spend time with you for your birthday, then obviously you must not be worthy to celebrate. And so, of course, over the years, as I grew older, I just was like, I got into a mindset where it was just like, I'm grateful for having another year, you know, being alive. And that's kind of how I chalked it up. You know what I'm saying? If I did something to my birthday, I did. If I didn't, I didn't. And I remember one of my girlfriends, it's probably my 26th birthday, and she threw me a birthday party, you know, and that was my first birthday party that I ever remember having, like, at my age, 26, you know. And so, so you just imagine, like, all those years prior to that, like, I just was not really celebrated, you know, by family, by friends, things like that. It was always kind of like a 2-for-1, like, okay, well, we're going to get you one gift for both your birthday and Christmas. Like, that's just how it was. And so, so it made sense as to why I was feeling sad prior to my birthday, you know. And I think what the reality was is that I was not acknowledging little Drea. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was not acknowledging how she felt as a child. You know, I didn't honor how she felt being neglected or feeling unloved or feeling unappreciated or feeling not celebrated, you know? And so, like I said, over the years, I played a part in that because it was just kind of like, girl, chalk it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're getting older. It is what it is. You know what it is. And let's just keep it moving, you know, not really honoring how she felt, you know, and not even really talking about it. And I feel like we do that a lot, where we don't talk about how we feel or talk about things that have bothered us, because it's just like, we don't want to feel it again, but also two, it's just like, oh, that was so long ago, like, get over it. And really, you don't understand how much just even acknowledging something goes a long way, right? And so I had to talk with my little self, you know what I'm saying? Let her know, like, listen, I understand how you felt as a child. I understand that you felt neglected. I understand that you felt unloved. I understand that you felt unappreciated. But listen, now, like, I got you. Like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about nothing. I got you. I understand how you feel. I honor how you felt. And going from this point forward, like, there's no a birthday that's going to come by that you will not be appreciated, that you will not be celebrated, and that you will not feel loved, you know? And I apologize for not letting you know that sooner. I just assumed that because I you know, went along with it, that you went along with it. But we never discussed, like, the fact that that happened to you. It happened to us, but it happened to you, you know? And I just want you to know, like, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge your feelings. I acknowledge who you are. I appreciate who you are. I appreciate who you are to me. I appreciate the love, and know that from this point going forward, like, I'm going to honor both of us. We're both going to be good. We're going to both celebrate our birthdays. And no matter if people show up or not, like, we're going to celebrate each other. I love you. And so, like, I even legit, like, went and bought her a stuffed animal. Like, listen, yes, it was just the act of knowing that I want her to know that I appreciate her, you know? And it was really interesting because by the time my birthday came, it was just like, it was so peaceful. It was so peaceful. It was no, you know, it was no sadness, right? It was none of that. And to be all the way real, like, I'm gonna be all the way real with you. Only a few people called me for my birthday. A few people. But it was interesting because in the old me would have, like, felt away. Like, I would have felt sad. I would have felt down. Oh, nobody loves me. Nobody cares, blah, blah, blah. But it was like, this was like the first birthday, like at 44, like 44, where it was just like, wow, like, I'm so at peace in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm at peace with the people that mean something to me, right? That matter. And that's who reached out, really, to be all the way real with you. And it was just interesting because, and granted, listen, I did cut a lot of people off. I've been cutting people off. You know what I'm saying? I've been cutting people off, but it was like, it was in this moment where it was just kind of like, the people that matter. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't show love, that was okay. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so fast forward, so I had an amazing birthday, and, you know, I got to heal an aspect of myself, of little Dre, from my childhood, of just, you know, feeling unworthy and unloved. And it was just like, girl, like, you know what I'm saying? And you don't realize, like, even when the pieces finally do fit together, it's kind of like, oh, wow, like, it was such a huge piece, but yet it was, you know, it was, at the time, I felt like it was insignificant, because you don't realize, like, how much, like, you just kind of push things to the side that's from the past that no longer, you know, matter. But that was a huge part that mattered, because I needed her to understand, like, she's loved and she's protected and she good. Like, she good. You know what I'm saying? And so that was just like an example of just, you know, even still, you know, with healing and growing, you understand, like, it never stops. You know, it never stops. You know, so I was grateful for that. And so, and then jumping to Christmas. Christmas was actually amazing. It was low key. It was chill. I was with my girls, and it was good, because we've had it's been a trying year. Like, and I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. It's been a trying year, and it was a lot. It's been a lot for all three of us, and it's been a lot. I'm like, I can't even go into detail just how much it's been a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's allowed us to heal and to grow, to evolve. You know, not only together, but even on our own individual journeys, right? And so some things happened at the beginning of the year where it really kind of set the course for her throughout the year. And like I said, it was trying, and yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, you know. But it was crazy because, like, when Christmas came around, it was so weird because we were all together, and we all, I don't know, I had a moment, like, when I was cooking breakfast, and I literally was gonna bawl out crying. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna bawl out crying, because it was just the year that we had. It was so much. It was so much, and it was just kind of like, to be in the moment, to be with them, to celebrate, to, you know, not have no worries, no cares. You know, it was like, you know what, it was all worth it. like the year was all worth it. You know what I'm saying? To from where we started to where we ended up right now, it was all worth it. It was all worth it, you know? And I love my children. I love my children, and they are an extension of me, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for them. And I thank God for them every single day, you know. And it was a cool moment. You know what I'm saying? We got to spend time with each other and enjoy each other, and I was grateful. Like, I was grateful because, like I said, it's been it's been a rough year, you know what I'm saying? And so outside of them, throughout the year, it's been things that I've had to let go, to release, you know, things that I thought, there were things that I need to release, and I didn't know that I needed to release them. You know, there were situations that I had to do away with. There was mindsets that I had to release. There was so many different things that, like I said, tested me. And of course, like I said, you know, up until this point, I was like, okay, I mastered that. I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Try me if you want to. We good. And this year was like just like the ultimate test in all aspects of my life, you know. And I had to, you know, trust God even more, lean on my faith even more. I had to really be in a space where I leaned into the process. That's just the only way I can say it. I had to really be in a space where I knew what I wanted, you know, and the intention and the goal was to show up as my best self. And in order for me to show up as my best self, that I had to be tested and I had to be tried, and it was challenging, and there were obstacles, and there were times where, like I said, I wanted to give up. There were times and I've been on my healing journey for a very long time, and I wanted to give up. I wanted to throw in the towel. I wanted to be done. I didn't want to do it no more. I was checking out. Like, listen, you know, there were so many times I wanted to just relapse and go back to the old me. You know, I wanted to go back to doing how I used to do things. But the beauty in healing is that, you know, once you've passed that, like, it's hard to kind of go back to your old self, to your old life. You know what I'm saying? And it was so many times where I was like, man, forget this. Like, I'm about to go do this. Like, and I was like, man, I really don't even want to do that. Like, it was legit out of just like rebellion. It was legit just like, okay, because my things are not going my way. I just want to go back and do what I normally would do. You know what I'm saying? To cope, to ease my mind. You know what I'm saying? To fall back into bad patterns, you know, to bad habits. And I couldn't do that no more. So I had to keep moving forward. I had to really just be in a space where like, okay, you know what, this is only temporary. This is only temporary, you know? And so it was so many different things, you know, like I said, like whether it was relationships, whether it was like my finances, whether it was my career goals, you know, even challenges with this channel, you know, really just pushing forward and continuing to do what I was called to do, you know, continue to move in my purpose. And so I'm grateful because, you know, as difficult as it was, as challenging as it was, you know, I'm still here. Like, like, and what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I'm still here. And so, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to God for being with me. You know, I'm grateful to my support system. I'm grateful for the people that I do have in my life. Like I said, I had to cut a lot of people off. And it was difficult. You know, it's difficult to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult to especially when they mean something to you, you know, especially when you know that you've had history. It can be difficult. It can be challenging, but I had to ultimately, for myself, my journey has been to pick me. You know, I've given so much to so many different people, whether it's been time, effort, energy, love, support, money, whatever. I've done so much for so many people, and when it comes to doing it for myself, it's been difficult. It's been challenging. And so, you know, it's been, I understand now, like how much I have invested into other people and not for myself. And so that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing, you know. And of course you take, you know, steps here and steps there, but you don't realize how much like work you have to put into doing that, you know. And so I want to encourage you to love on yourself, like love on yourself, you know, continue to be there for yourself, right? Invest in yourself, whether it's time, effort, energy, whatever you can do to invest in yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to make sure that you're right. You have to make sure that you are loving yourself to the max, you know, whether it is creating those healthy boundaries, whether it is using your voice, whether it is, you know, standing up for yourself, defending yourself, you know, whatever it is, make sure that you are your best self. And that requires you to show up for yourself. And it may seem easy to some, you know, but there are those people out there that, you know, are givers and that will, you know, give their last and make sure that somebody else is in a good position, or make sure that somebody else has a better experience, and then you leave whatever's left for yourself. And that's not how we're going to do things going into 2025. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, because you can still be your loving, giving self, but make sure that you are taking care of yourself, making sure that you are loving on yourself, making sure that you are showing up for yourself, right? And when those unhealed aspects of yourself come up and pop up, those triggers come up, like, don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Have those tough conversations with yourself. You know, heal those aspects of yourself and know that you are worthy. You are worthy. You're more than worthy. You're more than capable. And this is just the beginning. Listen, this is just the beginning, right? Because yes, some cycles ended, but now new cycles are beginning, you know? And so I look forward to 2025. I look forward to implementing all the things that, you know, I continue to learn, right? And I'm going to continue to share, and whoever it's meant for, and who it's not, it's not. And that's okay, right? That's okay. But I thank you for being with me. I thank you for spending time with me. And yeah, 2025 is about to be lit, like for real, for real. But I just want to encourage you to be your best self, you know, make those tough decisions. And even though if they're tough right now, know that it does become a little bit easier. It gets a little bit easier. But just remember that you're at the forefront of that, and know that when you show up as your best self, like, things will align for sure, right? I love y'all, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful New Year's Eve, and have an amazing New Year. And 2025 is about to be, it's on. It's on. I love y'all, and y'all be easy.